Today on episode 11 of the Boss Battle Show, we're going to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and then we're going to talk about
Hololens.
What's up, guys? I'm Adam Ronan. This is Timmy TJ Combo. We're going to start by talking about the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 trailer that launched last week.
Or, as I call it, the sequel to Advanced Warfare.
Or the sequel to Titanfall.
Yep, Titanfall Part 3.
What did you think? You're a big FPS guy.
I am.
I'm not like a huge Call of Duty player. Like I'm not good at it, but I've played it.
Right, so I mean, I got into Call of Duty during Modern Warfare, the first one, right? That's where I really took off with it. And every one of them since I put in, 200 or 300 hours, probably. And I loved the last one.
So you don't play them that much?
Not very often,
yeah.
But I was the minority. Everybody hated the XO movement of dashing and double jumping and jumping all over the place. But this one does not have the XO suit. However, everybody's got some kind of cybernetic implant and wall running and additional methods to get from one side of the map to the other.
To me,
which could be a problem for some players.
When I watched the trailer, the very first thing I thought of, I was like, well, this looks exactly like Titanfall.
Which one's which? You can't fucking tell.
To me. And I played Titanfall, I put probably like 10 hours into it. You put 10 hours into it on my system.
On day one. Yeah, exactly.
On the beta.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so they're just ripping off Titanfall, is what it looks like to me, because of the wall running, and then it looks like there's mechs, and then there's the
Terminator,
bots,
the Terminator
bots,
exactly.
Which to me looked exactly like the bots in Titanfall. So instead of everyone was really excited, but now I just feel like we're just playing Titan Duty.
Yeah.
Titan
Duty Advanced Warfare.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm not super excited about that, but I'm the minority. I loved the ability to have the extra movements. I slayed the last game. Like 4 out of 5 rooms, I was top of the room. Period. So I had no problems with it. Other people did. Everybody else wanted to be on the ground, and they want all action to happen directly in their screen. Nothing jumping over, nothing coming from the side. Like, everything is right here. And this may not have that.
I'm a big, if I play Call of Duty, I play just the campaigns. I don't play it online very much because I'm not good at it. So it's a pretty well-known fact that the Call of Duty campaigns are progressively getting shorter and worse. So I don't even know if I'm going to pick up the game because, well, first of all, everyone was really hoping for a pushback to World War II. I know a lot of the community, not everybody was like hoping that we go get rid of the future nonsense.
I was hoping for a pushback to realism, period.
Yeah. And this is Treyarch's. So now there's 3 developers for Call of Duty. There's Treyarch, there's Infinity Ward,
and Sledgehammer.
Yeah. Sledgehammer did Advanced Warfare.
Yep.
What was Treyarch's last game? Black Ops 2?
Yeah, I would think so.
And Infinity Ward, what did they do last?
Ghost.
Oh, that was shit, right?
Yeah. Oh, that game was horrible. Yeah.
What do you think about Treyarch as a developer? Are you excited out of the 3? Are they your favorite?
I think they're keeping up there, because Infinity Ward was always my favorite just because of the first Modern Warfare, but they've slowly lost all respect for me completely.
Because of Ghosts?
Oh, yeah, and just their dwindling product year in, year out, and now it'll be every 3 years, it'll be a dwindling product. But Treyarch also has like the little Easter eggs and the mini games and stuff, so I might like to dig into those too. Like for Black Ops 1 players, you might remember the top-down shooter secret game that was like Smash TV. So maybe they can throw.
Do they incorporate Easter eggs in all the games, or is that mostly a Treyarch thing?
No, they've got them all in there. Like, they've all got small Easter eggs, but as far as like an actual playable game or something that's slightly different, Treyarch's always set the standard with that, because Treyarch is the one who brought out Zombies.
And now Zombies is arguably it's like the most. Everyone, that's all anyone cares about.
Yeah, that's what everybody talks about. Yeah.
Which I don't give 2 fucks about Call of Duty Zombies.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't either. I never play it.
I played it on the first go-around. The first one was Black Ops, right? With zombies.
Yeah.
I played that a lot with some buddies.
World at War had zombies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
World at War had zombies. Actually, World at War was probably my favorite Call of Duty game. And that's one thing I am excited about for this one, because judging from a brief moment in the trailer, it looks like they where he shoots the bow and then it blows up the guy. Yeah. I was like, there's pieces flying off, and I really like that about World at War, where you could blow off legs and arms and shit, because I'm a big fan of that.
I hope there's some gore.
And
people are being shot by guns. Like, it's okay to look like they're being shot by guns. instead of the ragdoll physics cartoon guy who does this on the ground for some reason.
Yeah, and teabags the ground.
Yeah,
That's
like
the one thing I hate about the Call of Duty
dying whale.
games is they are very canned animations. Like, you'd shoot a guy and he'll fall the same way every time. And then they started introducing the ragdoll physics. But I'm like, if I am throwing a grenade over there, I want to see fucking legs fly off and shit.
I think they know they've got sales, period. They don't care.
Yeah,
They
well,
don't have
they
to
should
put in a
cater
lot
to
of
me
extra effort.
as one player. They should be like,
They should be catering to everybody, but they're not going to.
They should probably watch this show, like log into this channel and be like, oh, these fucking guys, they know what they're talking
And they're like,
about.
I didn't know about that. I'm sorry, you guys.
Is that why you're not? They'll call me and be like, is this why you're not buying our games? We don't limbs, and I'll be like, yes.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
So, but November 6th is the leaked release date, thanks to GameStop. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, it'll probably be terrible, and I'll play it for a couple 100 hours because that's where everybody's going to be. I mean, if everybody would have migrated over to Titanfall, I think it would have been the same way, but they didn't. Well, you got Titanfall now, don't you?
Yeah, I won't buy it. I'm not going to spend the money on it. I will Redbox it, and I will play the 4-hour campaign and be like, oh, okay, that was fun.
You can
and
find me
then I will
online.
never
I'll
touch
be
it
there.
again.
Yeah.
And then you can just do all the coverage for that because I won't know a goddamn thing about it.
Got it. So, Terminators, mechs, Titans,
Titan Duty.
Rolling Ball of Death. There's like this little thing in there. I think it's like a kill streak or something you can release. That's like just this little circle thing that rolls around killing people.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Very, very realistic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy
It looks like this thing. It's like.
Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about then, at the Microsoft Build Conference this last week, they showed off a prototype demo of the HoloLens, which was initially showed off in January at the Windows 10 conference, but now they brought it out. We're slightly of differing opinions, but I think that if done correctly, the HoloLens can and has the potential to change the entire world in the way we do everything from gaming to work and to just everyday living.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of talk about that, where you think it might not be a thing.
I honestly think that this might be Microsoft is making a lot of attempts to try and innovate the future, right? And just like the Kinect, they brought affordable 3D home to people. I mean, you could have like an actual 3D tool in your house, but it didn't take off. Next thing you know, you're starting to buy your Xbox without one. So they're advancing with technology. How it catches on is going to be the big factor.
And that's a good point, because that's my biggest fear for HoloLens, is back in 2009 or whatever when they showed off Project Natal, the which is now known as the Kinect. And I also my mind exploded. I was like, that's the future. That's so sick.
Right.
You know, when they had the Milo demo with Peter Molyneux, the King of Lies.
Yeah.
Where he, interacted with the kid. I was like, that's incredible. Like, I was blown away. And then it came out and it wasn't what it was.
And this had the same thing where we were watching like a robot interacting with a person, and we're like, this is the future.
Yeah. But what they showed here, like the demo where the guy, he's like, he's like sitting there and he takes his TV with him, his entertainment, and then he's like, oh,
Darren. Yep, Darren's in his apartment. Yeah.
Darren.
Yeah, that's the guy's name.
Oh.
You're in Darren's apartment. Yeah.
Right. And then he scales it to like his 80-inch screen, and he's chilling, and he's got his apps on his desk where he's got to use his things, and I was like, holy shit. And then me and Gorfuck were talking about the implications of everything that you could do from like just in driving, then this is years down the road, maybe like HoloLens 3 or 4, if it becomes a much smaller wearable product, like your sunglasses, if this is a thing.
Like the Google glasses?
Well, yeah, but the Google Glass is one tiny little piece of shit hanging over your eye. If they've got something where you just put it on and then everything, your field of view is there and then everything is the way it is, just think about the things you could do. Driving, your GPS is just here, and then maybe there's a collision down on the road, and then you see it like a beacon in the sky that says there's a wreck down here 2 miles away. And
then you get infected with some kind of virus, and you start getting pop-ups on your eyes. You're like, help me!
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I don't want to enlarge my penis right now. I watched the Darren's apartment thing, and I thought, like, man, this is amazing. Like, because he could be sitting in an empty room, and it feels like you're rich. He's got all this cool stuff going on around him, and it would literally be an empty room. But I started thinking about this in the context of like a family, right? Are you going to be sitting in a family room, you've got 4 people in there, 2 kids running around, and you're all wearing glasses and have different apps running, and like everybody comes home and, better put my put my HoloLens on.
See, I do see it that way because a family of 4 sitting at a table right now, all on their iPhones or their Androids doing their own damn thing and not talking to each other. Now that's just the natural evolution of that is everyone just sitting there with their HoloLens. Dad's watching people fuck in the corner. And then Susie's playing with ponies on the counter.
Or in my house, I'm just watching Mortal Kombat videos.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, but the implications are so huge. Like, imagine learning.
The learning feature they show for the anatomy was ridiculous.
The anatomy, or like, and they showed in the initial trailer. Oh, I really would like to study the surface of Mars in your living room, and you're just looking at the rocks. Or say you come home from work and you have a blank wall and you pull up just a window and you just look out onto the beach of Maui. You just relax and just chill. Those types of things are so cool.
And I mean, the one thing that clearly they skipped over in their conference.
And it's true. And I thought about this, and we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Pornography.
Like, really, next level porn. Webcam girls make a fortune.
They do.
Right? And it's a huge business.
Yeah.
So we're no longer talking about actually going to like a computer and doing that. I mean, she's dancing in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sorry, strip clubs, you're out of business.
Right. And then video games.
Doctors are going to have to look up how to do carpal tunnel surgery.
Well, they'll just, like, anybody can get a doctorate degree because you'll just learn on the spot. You'll be like, oh, this guy needs brain surgery? How do I do brain surgery? And it'll guide you. Okay, take this fallopian tube. Fallopian tube.
Or no
That is not, there's no fallopian tubes in the brain.
Yeah.
But maybe the future.
Science.
Who can say?
Yeah.
The more you know. And in gaming, that's going to be crazy.
Virtual Boy, the sequel.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new Mario Tennis. It's going to be awesome.
But imagine you've got your TV, you're playing Call of Duty, and then your whole room turns into a battlefield. You fucking duck behind your coffee table, you're shooting dudes.
You know, and you're playing like Assassin's Creed, and you're, you know, I'm thinking like Black Flag, like the original scene that they showed, where you're like looking out over the boat, over the ocean, and you have that projected across your entire wall.
Oh yeah.
You know, turn a fan on, and you're there.
The immersion. Yeah.
I'll just spit in your face, you know, so you can feel it. Like little ocean spray.
I think it's, if they could play their cards right, and it comes at an affordable price point. Right now, my biggest concern is the field of view, because they're not like this where you can see everything and you have to struggle to see outside of it.
The way the cameras,
field of view on the prototypes that they had were small, so people have said that it was just like in there, and so they need to fix that, otherwise it's gonna.
It needs to be very much whatever my full range of vision is exactly what they see.
Yeah.
And they said that was a little misleading when you watch the conference and the camera and how it shows everything.
Right.
So their goal of making everything entertainment based is finally starting to take shape. Because when they released the Xbox and they're like, it's for entertainment, not for gaming, everyone's like, it's just a slightly inferior gaming system. I'm confused.
Right.
But now maybe that starts to work in with the headset and Windows 10, and maybe there'll be a decent Windows phone someday. Who knows?
No,
it'll never happen.
But that impressed me. The Windows 10. That first time Windows, I was like, oh, that's a fucking sick operating system. That's gonna be sweet. And now they got rid of Internet Explorer. Good riddance. I will not pour one out for that. And then
I will cheers to that being gone.
Yeah, now they have Windows Edge, which looks like an actual competitive Windows or internet browser that will be usable. So now they're really stepping up their game. I'm an Apple fanboy, everybody knows that, but I'm like, I will own a PC for Windows 10, which I do, and I will have Windows 10 on. And then I will integrate my HoloLens, and you'll never see me again, because I'm just going to retire and just sit in the fucking basement and stare at the wall all day long and do shit on it.
Yeah, might make the Surface worth owning. I'm just kidding.
I think that's it for today's episode.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with you next week, and we're going to talk about more things.
In the meantime, hit us on the Twitters.
We got the Twitters. Make sure you like this video, and most importantly, what should they do?
Subscribe.
They should subscribe,
right?
Because you want to be in the know.
Yeah.
Go to the website. Read all
hopefully
the
next
things.
week we've got some reviews and stuff coming out for you too.
We do have some reviews.
Stick around.
And we might be doing some Twitch stuff soon, so you can
catch us on the stream.
Catch us on some streams, and let's do the damn thing. Goodbye.